Hi, everybody. My name is Hexel de los Santos, and in this presentation, I have the opportunity to talk a little bit about SEO or Search Engine Optimization. We will start with a brief definition of what is SEO or search engine optimization. SEO stands for search engine optimization. In simple terms, it means the process of improving your site to increase its visibility for relevant searches. The better visibility your page have in search results, the more likely you are to garner attention and attract prospective and existing customer to your business. How does this work? Search engines such as Google or Bind use bots to crawl page on the web, going from site to site, collecting information about those pages and putting them in a index. Next, algorithms analyze page in the index, taking in count hundreds of ranking factor or signals to determine the order page should appear in the search result for a given query. CEO have two main subcategories in CEO: of pay CEO and on-pay CEO. The off-pay CEO mostly refer to factors that we as developer cannot affect. For example, the niche of the website of your client, the outside links pointing to it, the high quality content, etc. The on-pay CEO, on the other hand, is a developer job. Affect the ranking is greatly affect the ranking of the website on Google and other search engines. In this presentation, I will focus only on the aspect of on-pay SEO that can be implemented directly by us as a web developers. Now we will go through some steps that we can take in our page to be more to make our page more worth it for the search engine algorithms. So the first one is the title. Title tags are a huge signal in helping search engines understand what your page is about. They are arguably the most important on-page SEO ranking factor and should contain the main keywords that your page is targeting. Title tags should be character length between less under 50 and 16 character length. As you can see in the image here in a search result, when you look for a website, or when you make a search in this case in Google, they show you a list of results, and in this list you can see the title of each page. So for that reason, it's really important that we should choose a good title for our page. We can see here an example of how to implement our title in our page. If we are using Visual Studio Code, we can type HTML5 and they give us the structure, for our page. And as you can see, it provides us the title tag and here we can put the title of our page. In this case we can say so we can put the title, and we can go and open this file in our browser to see okay, and you can see here in the tag we have the name or the title that we set in our file, and this is the same title that that's the same title that we will see in the search engine result. And the bobs that I early mentioned, they will look for this tab this tab in your page, and they will take decision to index your page based on the title that you use. So the next point is description. As with the title, description should be unique and should contain the main keywords. The description should be under 156 character length, and as we can see in the image, we can see a description of the page that we get in the result. Now we will see example of how to implement the description in our page. We can make that using a meta tag. Meta tag are cells closing tag, so we can say name equal to description and content, and here in content we will specify the description of our page. It is important that we try to use keywords that help the search engine to know about what our page is about. Yes. So then the meta description is a snippet of to about 156 character length. A tag in HTML which summarize a page content. Search engine show it in search result mostly when the searched for phrases is with the description. So optimizing description. So optimizing it is crucial for page SEO. And now we can go to our next point, that is URL. URLs need to explain what the website is about. It must be easy to understand and tell search engines and human what the page is about. URL should be under 115 character, but the shorter the URL, the better. So in this point, it's important to make our URL easy to understand. Uh, I will show you an example here. We can have something like this. And let's say that we have a blog, and we have a post, and the URL for that post is something like, some code. This URL, this one, could be difficult for search engine to understand what your page is about. So it's better to have something like the title of the post, and you can for both, for human and for the search engine, you can tell them what your page is about. So it's important to have that in count. So our next point is others meta tags. There are others meta tags that we can specify in our head to help the search engine index our page in our better rank. One of those others meta tags are the meta keyword attribute. It's a series of keyword you then reveal to the page in question. We can go to our page here to see an example in how to implement it. Again, we use the meta tab with the name attribute keywords. And the other attribute is content. Here in content, we can specify those keywords that are relevant for our page. Those keywords that can let the search engine what our page is about. Imagine that you have a page for a web development course, you can specify keyword like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and web development, and stuff like that. Okay. Other attribute that we can use to help search engine to index our page better is the meta viewport. This one gives the browser instruction on how to control the page dimension and scaling. At the beginning of this course, we see a little bit about this meta tab, and now we can see how implemented. So as you can see, Visual Studio Code already create my meta tab viewport, and here we can specify some attribute, as I say, to tell the browser how to interact with the dimension of the page and the screen of the device. Other meta tab is the chart set that define the character set that our page we will use. As we have seen so far, we have used the UTF-8 is one of the most common character set, and we are being using this so far. And another meta tab or another attribute is the meta author. That this one define the author of the page. So imagine that you have a blog and you want to tell the search engine who is the author of that blog. Let's see an example of how to add it to our page. The attribute name is author, and in content we can specify the name of the author, something like this. So as you can see, we can add some attribute in the head of our page to help search engine to index in a better way our page. The next point that we will discuss is favicon. The main reason your site should have a favicon icon is improving user experience. It is more easier to find the needed bookmark by image associated with certain website rather than looking through different URLs. We in this core we already see how to implement five icons and the importance of if. So it goes side by side next your URL. It improves your visual identity, brand identity, and simply make your website easier to find and look better. Let's see if we can see an example of how to implement it. In our page, we can have a link attribute and in the a link tag, and in the rel attribute we can specify the shortcut icon. The rel is used for accessibility. So next we can specify the type, and here in the type attribute we can specify image icon, and specify the here we can specify the path of our icon. And that's the way that we can implement add a five icon to our page. The next point that I want to talk about is image. This is one of the most important point in the SEO, and regarding the SEO, the faster the page loads, the better. So we need to make sure that we do not blow the website with different frameworks, libraries, and pictures. So if you are posting an image in your content, you must compress it. Image is one of the main reason for slot websites. We so far we have the opportunity to work with image in the during the course, and we already learned how to compress and optimize image for our page. So it's important to have this in count The next attribute, the next point that I wanna talk about is the attribute ELT for the tag of image. This attribute also play a role in SEO. ELT helps search engine associate image with the web page content so they can properly index it with their search results. The text of the title attribute is displayed as a tooltip in most browsers. It appears in a small bubble when the cursor hovers over the link. So we as well with this attribute we have see it during the course and while we was working with image. So it's important to have it to let to help the search engine to associate image with our page content. And the one of the last point that I want to talk about is mobile friendliness. Having a mobile friendly website is a critical part of your online presence. In many countries, smartphone traffic now exceeds desktop traffic. So far during the course, we have worked with the responding part of our pages. So is important for ranking our page in a good position that we can make at website response and that our website can render properly in a mobile device. So thank you for your time. Thank you for listen this presentation. I hope that you'll learn a little bit more about what is SEO or search engine optimization. Goodbye.